Yeah, man. Where are we? Yeah, man. Oh my god. So we're here. This is our chess workshop. This is normally exclusively for the Facebook subscribers. I was going to actually restream it to YouTube today, but Facebook wouldn't let me do it. Facebook would not let me go live today. Been trying for 45 minutes now. And so I took 2 minutes and went live on YouTube. Yeah, that's my life. It's okay though. It's a good life, guys. We're freaking fine. We're here. We're fine. Rhodes is here. Rhodes wants to look at a game. Shalom, I think, will be showing up. Let me send out the live alert link. There we go. Chess Workshop Day is a little more chill than a regular stream, folks. If you are a subscriber on Facebook, we will not have the bot. You will type your name, Rhodes, exactly how it appears on chess. Oh, I got you. You're Rhodes 22. Did you have a game you want to look at, Rhodes? Did you have a game you wanted to look at? Oh, 39 move win daily against Eric. It's your choice. We already talked about this though, right? So I don't know, man. We need coffee, guys. We're going. I got to uncover the coffee can. Coffee, she's a brewing. Don't let me forget to get my coffee, guys, because it'll cool off. Daniel, your last loss against Eric. Okay, well, these are all, okay, looking for your last, you'd rather do your last loss than that win? Okay. I don't see, I could keep going. It's got to be rapid, though, right? Rapid or daily? Rapid or daily? There's a rapid, not him. Rapid. It's okay. We'll find it. Rapid, daily, win. There's a win. I'm checking your rapids and your dailies. You guys play more daily. You won your last 2 games against him, Rhodes. It's very different. Rhodes, Eric Hadden. I have a draw for 44 moves. Daniel Abbott, you put your name exactly how it is on chess.com, although I might have you in my, oh, it looks cool, huh? Yeah, hey, Steve, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Oh, go to, guys, okay. Rhodes is teaching me. Daily. Your last loss, here we go. 40 move, yep, this is it. This is our game, guys. Okay. Let's take a quick look. You know what we're going to do, guys, today? We're going to go for a squiggler cam because the fallen leaves tell a story, guys. Here is the official Charlie. How did that... How is that not above? There we go. Okay, what we have here is the squiggler cam. Rhodes is playing black. I am going to flip the board now, even though you guys can't even see it. Rhodes is playing black. It was pretty equal for a minute. Eric Hadden achieved an advantage, then made a mistake. So now Eric Hadden had the advantage as black, but then Rhodes brought it back to equal. Another mistake by Hadden. Rhodes is crushing. We're a little equal. Bang. Eric is winning. Rhodes is winning. Eric is winning. Rhodes is winning. Eric is winning. It's equal, and then the last mistake goes to Eric, and the win. The win, or was this the draw? Oh no, the win goes to Eric. I'm sorry. All those names I said, flip them. It's easy enough, folks. You can do it. Let's look at the freaking game, guys. The fallen leaves don't tell a story. I'm at work, just wanted to stop and say hi. Great stream. Steve, thank you, brother. Thanks for being here, man. Okay, Rose, let's see what you got going on here, man. And this is a daily game, guys. Daily games are good. You know why? If you take time, the moves will reflect your chess ability. Play a daily game, your opponent moved. Don't just move. Sit there and stare at it. Put your phone down. Go to work, come back, look at it again. Say, oh, I got 10 minutes now. Look at the position. Think. Soak it in. Enjoy the game of chess. It's a daily game. Don't make a move and then he makes a move right there. He's like, oh, he's there. I'll make a move. He'll make a move. Now you're playing blitz. I'm not saying you're doing that, Rhodes. I'm saying I've done it myself. I'm probably talking to myself right now. Use your time on your dailies, guys. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Eric had a brilliant move, guys. Good for him. You had 4 great moves, Rhodes. That's very good. He only had 3. He played like a 300. You played like a 100. Not your best game. Rhodes, do you take it at a slower pace like I'm talking about, or do you find you guys move back and forth, back and forth? I'm very curious. Very curious. I'm not going to do the review. We're just going to move forward. Okay. E3. Is he going to play Z Patamus? Is Eric going to Z Patamus? I think he might, guys. C5. It's like a Sicilian, but your opponent didn't play E4. I like this move. Challenging El Centro with the wing pawn. If he plays D4, putting a pawn in El Centro, that's good, but you get to trade a wing pawn for a center pawn. That's good. And then you will have an open C file that you should maybe bring a rook to later. That's the plan for like later in the game with just this pawn structure after 2 moves. Okay, yep, he brings a knight, blocking his bishop. This is not a good move. And supporting this move that he could already play if he wants to. Sorry, Eric, not feeling this. Not feeling this at all. Knight F3, dude. Knight F3. Don't block your bishop. Okay, E5, it says it's a good move. You know what it does? It opens up a bishop. It occupies the center, controls the center, and you're trying to stop this move, although it's attacked 1, 2, 3 times. It's only defended twice. So he can still play the move if he so desires. Plays G3. Oh, another thing about this, I am not going to get really heavy into the weeds, guys, but I'll tell you, we have a lot of the same people. Stagner, what's up? We have a lot of the same people at the chess workshops that have been here for a long time. And I'm talking about people like Rhodes, people like Shalom, and people like Daniel Abbott. The reason why I normally wouldn't play this move is because it creates what is called a hole. And a hole is a square that can't be attacked by a pawn. You know what does really well in holes? Knights. And then they can be defended by pawns. And that would be called an outpost. It doesn't mean you can't challenge it with a knight, but putting a knight somewhere that it can't be kicked away by a pawn, that can be a little micro advantage. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is structurally you created a hole, Rhodes. As a rule, be aware that you're doing that. Don't do it. Don't make holes. Don't make holes. Now, it's not going to lose you the game, guys. It's not going to lose you the game. Number 1 move in this position. I'm not going to look at Stockfish yet. It's going to be D5. It's going to be Knight F6. It's going to be Knight C6. Let's look. Stockfish. Number 1 move is D5. Number 2 move is Knight F6. Oh, number 3 move is E6. E6 is prepping D5. Okay? But the number 1 move is D5. Claiming your fair share. What is your job in the opening? Yasser Seirawan, I spoke with him directly to his face. I told him about my chillers. And he made it very clear to me. It is your job in the opening to claim your fair share of the center, which D5 is doing that. That's why you know this is a good move. Develop your pieces effectively and castle. That's your job in the opening. That's your job. Do your job. Your rating will go up. Then, Feeding Master David Bassett extrapolated on that. Is that a good word? Can I get a word check on that? And he said, you're not done developing until you've developed your rooks. That means move them to an open file or to a file that you think might be open. Yeah, find a safe place for your queen. to connect your rooks. If you just do that, and your opponent keeps playing H3 because he doesn't want to get pinned because he's scared, and you're doing all the stuff I'm saying, you're just going to have a crushing position and you won't even know why. Because you developed. Yeah, Facebook is there. I was on Facebook. I couldn't go live. It let me go live from my phone. It let me go live from my phone. Can't go live. It just took 2 seconds, went live on YouTube. It's crazy. Yeah, but we're here. Okay, Rhodes, so you understand? You understand, Rhodes, about the hole, right? This is gaping. As a matter of fact, if a grandmaster walked up, you'd say, what do you see in this position? He'd say, well, I see a gaping hole on D5, and I see a knight on E2 that's blocking this bishop. That's what he would say. That's all that's happening here. Those are the keys. Sorry, Eric, not a good move. Sorry, Rhodes. It says E5 is good. In this position, it's minus 0.4. You have already basically won a pawn from the opening position because Rhodes played this horrible move. I mean, Hadden did. I hadn't played this. Sorry, Hadden. I love you, brother. Hadden. How many times I got to tell you, Eric, the knights go here. Just put them there. This is fine. White's still better. Knight comes here. White is worse. Is it going to win you or lose you the game? No. As you get better, it will. And we need to learn. We need to learn how to get better. Don't make holes if you don't have to. Knight F6. Great. I love it. Okay. Moving the same piece twice. Rhodes. I did try something different. Didn't like it after I did it. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, Rhodes. Trying something different is fun, but I'll tell you, man. You can do whatever you want. Enjoy yourself. But if you want to enjoy yourself by improving at chess, then I can help you. But if you want to enjoy yourself by moving the same piece twice in the opening for absolutely not a good reason, you're blocking the bishop? It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. The best move is D5, opening up the bishops. Second best move is knight C6. You'd be saying, like, he can mess my pawns up. Dude, you want the bishop. The bishop's better than the knight. Plus, it will leave weak light squares on his king, so he's not going to take care. If he does, it's good for you. These are developing moves. Even bishop E7 is not a bad move because you prepared a castle. D5 I'm digging D5 right here. Look at the center, guys. Now, he might attack with C5 as an idea. Or C4, I mean. To start weakening your center. You can develop your pieces. And castle. And your position is freaking beautiful, bros. It's beautiful. So, yeah. Knight F6 is Grandmaster. This, you move the same piece twice. Don't do that. Stop moving the same piece twice in the opening unless you have to. You didn't have to. No threat. Very good work by Rhodes. Sorry, I keep flipping the names. Eric Hadden, my fellow Texan, real life friend, as Rhodes is, by the way. He's a real life friend too. Eric played G3, Bishop G2, and castled. Freaking great work, Eric. Recovering after the horrible Knight E2 maneuver that didn't do much. He did come this way. He did come this way with the bishop, but the knight just doesn't come to the square, man. D3. Okay, this is unnecessary. It likes it. You know what the best move is? Develop a piece. Just develop, Eric. Why do you not want a free tempo? This pawn is now attacked once, twice. It's only now black needs to defend this pawn if he doesn't want to lose it. Second best move is Queen E7, defending the pawn. Maybe my queen wants to be here. Maybe it doesn't. But your knight came for free, Eric. And that's another reason why if you would have never pushed his pawn, Rhodes, he never would have had that great move, Knight C3. But he wants to take it and open up his bishop. I like the idea. Eric should be developing his pieces right now. You're not done developing, Eric. Your castle doesn't mean anything to me. I love you. Okay. Queen comes to E7. Good. Knight attacks again, so he's probably going to take. Oh, nope. Okay, what does he threaten, Rhodes? What does he threaten? It's attacked 1, 2, 3 times, but it's only protected twice. What does he threaten? With this move, Rhodes, you got to ask yourself, what does he threaten? He's going to take my pawn. You can't give pawns away. You can if you're rated 700. Once we get you up to 1600, you start giving pawns away, that pawn will cost you the game. Huh? Can't give up pawns. So let's stop doing it now. What does he threaten? Every move. Your rating will go up. Eric comes in, takes the free pawn. You absolutely love to see it, folks. He always goes to E2. Well, he can if he wants to, but I'll tell you this. His rating will go up if he plays Knight F3, like every Grandmaster. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not telling you what I solved about chess, guys. I'm telling you what Grandmasters... Secrets I learned from the masters. There's a book called that, but... Okay. This is an interesting move, but I'll tell you why it's not a good move. Rhodes, you know what I'm going to say? Rhodes, tell me what I'm going to say. Why is this a bad move? Actually, anyone in chat, and Rhodes, this is about chess. Don't mean to make it an attack. But this is a bad move. There are 2 reasons this is a bad move. I would like Rhodes to tell me why. What 2 reasons this is a bad move. Ooh, my coffee. I'm going to get my coffee while Rhodes types it out. You guys know how horrible I feel? There was a new guy. He had like a Latin name. I'm sorry, it's all I can remember about it. He subscribed on Facebook specifically for the workshop today. He did. If he joined a live alert channel, I'll know his name when I see it. You know, any Latin person can't sneak in with your Latin name. I remember his name, I just forgot it. He specifically joined for the workshop. And Facebook will let me go live. While I'm pouring my freaking coffee, I thought about this person. You guys think I don't care? You guys know I care. Okay, Rhodes says, Rhodes, thank you for that. Weaken C6. It's an idea. Zach says last night he said he was going to do Facebook subs and YouTube members. Right, and it wouldn't let me go live on Facebook. And I couldn't do this to YouTube members only, because then the Facebook subs couldn't see it. Get it, Zachary? I had it all set up for both. YouTube's like, hey, we're going live to members. You probably saw the thumbnail. The live got posted. You might have got a notification on YouTube. Facebook wouldn't let me go live. So I'm like, well, I just got to go members on YouTube. It's like, no. Because then the members from Facebook will be locked out. The subs. So what do? You do what we're doing right now, guys. We're making freaking lemonade, guys. We're making lemonade. Okay, Rhodes, I'm going to tell you why this is not a good move. Daniel Abbott says it doesn't do anything and it's not developing. Those are 2 good answers, Daniel Abbott. Rhodes, if you write it down on a piece of paper and refer to it while you're playing chess, that's called cheating. But write it down on a piece of paper, put it face down while you're playing, then when the game's over, flip it over and read it and see if you did this. It is your job in the opening. It's still your job. Literally, Yasser Seirawan is telling you this, Rhodes. Claim your fair share of the center, develop your pieces effectively, and castle. Grandmaster's telling you. He's not telling you go study this opening for 4 hours. He's not telling you do tactics every day for an hour. He's telling you it is your job this is the opening. Develop your pieces effectively. Claim your fair share of the center. Castle. It just doesn't do that. There's nothing to do with anything. That's the first thing. The second thing it does is it opens up an X-ray from a 3-point piece to a 5-point piece. Is it huge? No big deal. You might be able to block it. You might be able to block and move the rook. You know what I'm saying? But we don't even need to go that far. We can C6. C6 is okay. He's not attacking. I mean, if he takes, we take with the pawn. I'm not worried about him taking on C6. The biggest mistake this is because you're not castling. We are going to look now at Stockfish and see what it says to play. Watch it say C6, B6 is the best move, Rose. Best move is B6. I don't care though. I don't care because you know what the second best move is? H5. No. If you're rated 700 and you want your rating to be 1600, the best move in this position is the third best move, Stockfish. Castle. Just castle. If Dave Joyce was here, 2300 on chess.com, he'd say just castle. Okay, Rhodes. Rhodes. It is your job in the opening. Right here. That doesn't claim a fair share of your center. It doesn't develop your pieces effectively, and it doesn't castle. It's a failed opening move. You can fix this, Rhodes. Here's the thing, Rhodes. I know what happens. Guys, I fall prey to it myself. I really do. You love playing chess. You want to get... Now, you don't. If you notice, these guys don't bring their queen out on the second move because you and Eric are way better than that. You're past that. You want to play chess. You want to attack stuff. You want to win stuff. No. You don't get to play chess until you develop your pieces, claim your fair share of the center first, develop your pieces effectively, and castle. Then, now start moving the same piece twice. And now start trying to win his pawns. Attack his, checkmate his king. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, and that's how your rating will go up. You're that guy that I don't want you to be that guy, Rhodes. But people that are rated 700, like you, and I tell them what I'm telling you, and they listen, their rating goes up to 1,000, and I say, you know why it's going to go up? Because all the other 700s will not develop their pieces effectively, claim their fair share of the center, and castle. They just won't do it. But if you do it, your rating will go up. It's literally, put your dukes up. You're a 100% better fighter if you put your dukes up. And if you don't, it's easy. It's so easy. Okay. You got this, Rhodes. Develops the bishop. This is not a great diagonal for the bishop because it's biting on the pawns and blocking this pawn. D5 must be the move, or a much better move. Yep, D5 is a great move because it defends the pawn and it opens up the bishop. This is claiming your fair share of the center. Actually, you have an unfair share of the center in this position. White is killing the center. You control it. You occupy it 2 times. He doesn't occupy it at all. By doing that, you're controlling these squares on each side of the board by occupying the center. You also are controlling with the wing pawn. The center is these 4 squares, guys. It's very important. Get used to it. So after D5, your position is good. It still likes white a little bit though. Okay, so yeah, bishop E6, bishop D6. Just this is, if anything, just put it here. It stops pins, and it stays out of the way of the pawn. Okay? Okay, D3. Okay, you lose the pawn. Takes. B6. Okay, this move, Eric may or may not be here. But Eric, if you're watching the replay, what does it do? How does that develop your pieces in castle? What are you afraid of? Stop playing these little H3, H6 moves just to keep pieces out. What if you developed your bishop? It's an idea. Stockfish in this position is going to have, B3. Look at this diagonal. I didn't even see this. This is so strong. Look at the freaking diagonal right there, guys. B3. Develop your bishop, Eric. This move does nothing. I'm sorry. It just doesn't do anything. Okay, castles. If you can castle, if you're rated 700 and you can castle without losing a pawn or material, it's probably the best move. Look, I don't see anything better. You gotta understand, castling is like the best move you can make in chess. It is. You move 2 pieces at one time. You make your king safe and activate a rook at the same time. It's huge. If you could castle every move in the game, you'd probably be the best chess player in the world. No, that's stupid. That wouldn't even work. You understand what I'm saying, though? Yeah, great move. Great move. Freaking love that move. Okay. Brings the knight because it was kind of... I'm even kind of okay with this, but you know what? You're not developing. He's kind of cramped. This, I don't think, is a bad move. Okay. This was best. You're messing his pawns up, Daniel Abbott. I lost so much rating. This is going to be fun. You're 8-17 rapid now. Cool, Rose. Cool. Okay, now you took a piece. Here's something beginners do a lot. They'll see, okay, black just took a piece. Now, there's 2 top moves. Take it back or take it back. This is the best. This is the second best. But you have to understand, you need to try and maintain material equality. It's important. Eric blunders here by not taking the piece back, but on top of that, he sacrifices a piece. The reason the sacrifice is not even good, Eric, is because you're not developed yet. Play B3 bishop, have it bearing down, maybe bring the queen out somewhere to attack something. You know, play F4, get the little pawn, some stuff going on. Bring the other rook, gain space in the center, then sacrifice. And then see what happens if you just want to sack. Once you get up in a higher level, you kind of have to look at it and see if the sack works or not, right? Unless you're Mikhail Tal. Then you could use your intuition. Black just took a piece. You have to take back, you're going to lose the game because you're going to be down a piece. Eric says, I don't give a crap about that. I'm sacking the bishop because I get queen check. Hey, dude. Awesome. You gave a 3-point piece for 1 point, Eric, and you developed your queen. Oh, Rhodes with the bishop back move. I didn't even see it. Rhodes is Grandmaster. I'm literally like, you're going to go here, you're going to go here, and we're up a piece. And here's the thing about this incredibly active queen, which is really scary. He has no friends. You can do some things without other people. You can do some things, but you can't do everything. You can't take over the world. You can't make a big company. You can't have a successful relationship, be it romantic, be it best friend. You need more people. See this queen right here? He has no friends. He has nothing. He may as well not even exist at this school. There's nothing to checkmate. Imagine the queen here if this bishop was here, if this rook came and took over this file. Black could probably still defend. Develop your pieces. Especially before you sack. It will work against low-rated players, guys. It will work against low-rated players. But your rating won't go up. I mean, you're gonna float there. Okay, I like this move. I like this move, guys. It opens up the bishop that's pinned, making threats. Probably queen f6 is best. Queen e5 is a move, offering a trade. Rook h8 is beautiful. Look at I want you guys to learn this idea. Rook h8 because of the open file. And then we're going to tuck, and it's white. Now, Rhodes is going to be the one who knocks. Understand that theme, guys. He opened the file. They drew first blood, not me. Eric drew first blood by sacking the piece and opened the file, not me. Rhodes is Rambo, and he's going to freaking move his king and attack down this file. It would be freaking amazing. That's an idea to see in this position, guys. Okay, you played Queen F6. Cool. Yep, it's the first move I saw. It's good. Okay. Eric wants to attack. It's an idea, but it's not going to do anything. Queen F3. You know why? Wait, what is it though? Let's see what Rhodes plays. G5. It's an inaccuracy. You're still winning. It stops the pawn. You know, Stockfish is like, no, we can do this and let him push. What happens here? Oh, you pin the pawn. Dirt. The queen comes to a really cool square and pin. Okay, so that's a high level move, right, Rhodes? G5, you're stopping malarkey. F4, Rhodes is coming at you, bro. That's a blunder. Now, one thing you have to say, your queen is on the file. It's fixing to open up, right? Queen could be in trouble. This queen is pinning the bishop. The queen's kind of up in your grill. It's there all by himself. He came to the party alone, guys. After queen G6, you offer to trade queens. And the attacker's gone. You'll still have open files toward his king, too. Rhodes comes. The king comes over. Takes. Hitting the queen. Queen G6. Good, you finally found it. Takes with check. Hiding. Now, you're still up a full piece and black is still winning. This is a blunder. Oh, because you have what? D5. Threatens. Bishop takes. I'm seeing D5. Something happens here. Bishop takes. Hit the queen. Or queen takes trading. You come here. You're threatening a fork. The file is open. You bring the other rook and play chess. This is, yeah. Okay, let's see what he did. Okay, I love this. It wants, you know why this is great? It wants D6. It's like, that's Stockfish, right? You know what this does? It develops a piece. It connects the rooks. This is not a bad move. D6 is actually, see D6? Because D6 threatens to win a pawn. And the bishop stays active on this diagonal, which is kind of where it wants to be. But, dude, you're developing. That's great, Rhodes. Very good job. Rook over. Brings the rook to F6. Eric's very aggressive. I love that about him. White is better, even though you're up massive amounts of material. Develops a bishop. Computer wants to bring the other rook. And so it doesn't come all the way to block the file. Computer says like bishop D2, bishop E3, or bishop G5. Anywhere but right here. Because the next move, Eric, you're going to want to double up. See what I'm saying? Okay, the queen. Again, moving your queen when this rook doesn't play chess. And this pawn's attacked. One move is sack the pawn and just bring the rook into the fight. Another move is you can defend the pawn. It seems silly. No, there's a fork right here, so you can't defend the pawn. So this pawn's getting in trouble, guys. So yeah, just develop the last piece. Okay. Moving the queen is like it doesn't do anything. He gets the fork. He rips the bishop. Queen check. Knight back again with the freaking backward piece moves. Eric needs to learn this. Lois, how you doing? Eric needs to learn this so bad, guys. When someone takes a piece, you almost always capture it back. You almost always take it back. Almost always. Look and see if there's a better move. Intermezzo, in between move. If someone takes 3 points, you got to take your 3 points back. Now we're back to even. You can't just let them have pieces. And the thing is, Eric plays this check, and Rhodes, again, it's a reoccurring theme, folks. It comes back multiple times. I think it's called recurring theme. It comes back twice, guys. Look at this. Rhodes takes a knight. Eric does an in-between move. He doesn't take the bishop back. He sacks, and then Rhodes plays a backward move, saving the piece. Rhodes, that's very tactically astute. And then, later in the game, Rhodes takes a piece. Eric checks, plays an in-between move, but the knight comes back. Now, this could maybe be a way to try and win the knight back. We'll see. Rhodes takes the pawn. Eric takes the pawn, hits the queen. This pawn, there's an idea here in this position, guys. And Rhodes, you can learn from this. This pawn is what they call Gotham chess. I've heard it before too. It's called like an umbrella. Yes, it's attacking this square, but it is kind of keeping your king safe a little bit. If he pushes, it could be protected. Computer wants knight e5, attacking a pawn. It wants rook e6, trying to trade off a monster. And it wants bishop g4, taking a free pawn, developing a piece. This, to me, is the move you should probably just see instantly. You know why, Rhodes? It is your job in the opening. I'm going to say it again. Play me a fair share of the center. Develop your pieces effectively. This bishop. Wow. You should immediately look at this position and say, well, my bishop it's not developed. It's on a starting square. Well, I can bring it out and take a free pawn. Well, that's probably a pretty good move. Right, Rhodes? You still, when you're not developed, I don't care if it's on move 27. Develop your pieces. You came back for the attack. I would think you would take the pawn, but that's okay. Check. Now you could get in trouble. Check. Oh my God. Again, Rhodes! The third, but now he has h3. But still, for the third time, he plays the intermezzo, and he doesn't do it. Now you got to unpin and save the bishop. Okay, you stop the move. Dude, Rhodes. Eric understands. No. Eric doesn't understand when someone takes a piece, you can't just let them have 3 points. You kind of got to take the piece back. Sometimes it's an in-between move. Most of the time, there's not. Most of the time, knight takes knight, you just play pawn takes knight. Just take your piece back. Take your freaking piece back. Look at the position. See if there's something better. You got to take the piece back. Eric doesn't understand that. Rhodes does, because Rhodes captures a piece, and then when Eric doesn't take it back, he saves it. Third time, Rhodes. Very good. And this, very good. Check. King takes. Yeah, you're fine. It's a blunder. Oh, because you're getting mated. Are you getting mated? Mate in 5. Okay, this could be a great umbrella. Yep, king h5. Hide behind it. You would need to look. I didn't look, but you would need to look and see what happens after this. Knight h5. Here come the checks. Now you got to do this. Takes. Is that mate? Feels like mate. Yeah, I'm gonna call that checkmate. So the umbrella theme of the pawn came up twice. You could just hide behind that pawn, and you know what's great about this too? You're getting out of the pin, and black is just completely winning. No, ideas in this position. Well, it's his move. It would be his move. So you're fine. Okay, takes. He plays the wrong check. You counter check. He's threatening this move. You gotta bring the queen g6. Yeah, queen g5, queen g6, queen g7. These are your 3 moves. Let's see what Rhodes does. Rhodes, he's threatening this check. Yeah, it's okay. Plays the check. Bishop comes back. He didn't see it. He didn't see this tactic. Black's still winning because I think there's no checkmate, but... Okay, Rhodes. Yeah, Rhodes tried to trade queens. Rhodes like, wait a minute. I'm up 2 pieces and a rook for 3 pawns. You are winning. Trade queens. Very smart, Rhodes. Okay, taking advantage of the pinned knight. Just queen interpose. Beautiful. Comes back. What do? He moves the king and wants... Ooh. That's just brilliant, guys. Yep. That's a blunder. You're supposed to just take... You know why? This is still winning. Well, it says equal. Probably because he's gonna be able to... There's 3 pawns for the bishop. And then 2 rooks for the queen. But it's pretty equal because of the... the 3 pawns and the fact that he can check your king forever. Takes, our moves, okay, and there's mate. Rhodes, that was a great game. Rhodes, pluses. You take a piece, Eric plays an intermezzo, and you punish his intermezzo, saving a piece, winning a piece. Huge. It shows a very high level. I mean, it's very good. Very higher level than than your rating. That's good. Watch it again and listen to me whine about it, because I'm not going to say it all again. You know. You freaking know. Daniel Abbott, did you tell me your name on chess.com? I have you right here, Daniel, because you're one of my top searches, folks. Did Shalom Below make it here, guys? Shalom, are you here? Zachary, do you have a game you want to look at? We are going... Daniel, do you have a game you want to see, or do you want me to choose your game? Normally, I choose the subscribers' games. I choose it. Today, I'm like, if you have one, that's fine. You don't have to go look for one. If you don't have a game you really want me to look at, I'll pick it. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Zachary said, what about rook e6 instead of moving the queen? I mean, yeah, rook e6 was on the table. Rook e6 was on the table. It develops, and it tries to get his rook out of f6. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Good game. Fair share of the center, develop pieces, not pawns, and build a castle. Yeah, develop pieces, not pawns is what Feeding Master David Bassett would have said. You already played e5. You don't need to play e4. You developed a pawn. You should be developing your pieces. Choose or maybe payroll. Payroll. I get the loss against payroll. It's a great game, dude. It's perfect. Payroll's a pretty good player, man. He's rated 1,000. He's got a couple of points higher than you, but I'll tell you, payroll makes a lot of good moves. This is Daniel. D4, D5. London. Okay, copycat. Love it. Dude, I love that move. So strong. Stockfish's #1 move. Why is it Stockfish's #1 move? Because it develops its pieces effectively, defending a pawn, attacking a square toward the center, and most importantly, hopefully Daniel castles fast, like a grandmaster. Okay, knight bd2. It's a move. It's a move. Does the computer like it? Yeah, it does like it. Oh yeah, because he's playing a London, and that's where it goes. Okay, right? E6. Okay. Dude. C5 is #1 move, but you know what's fighting for it? Bishop D6. The thing is, this is technically his bad bishop, meaning it is on the same squares as his pawns. And in the endgame especially, it could be a liability for white. And this is your good bishop that's not the same color as your pawns, but Daniel Abbott's bad bishop is here because, again, especially in the endgame, this bishop can't get to this side of the board without going for 2 moves. And then when it wants to come back, it has 2 moves to come back. Whereas the good bishop skates between the pawns. But this bishop is strong like bull. This bishop is not even developed yet. Great move. Great move. Stockfish loved it. Knight comes to e5. Playing his plan. Castle. Freaking love it. What is it like here? It likes queen e7. It's Stockfish. Knight bd7. Challenging. Or even bishop takes. But, dude, this is a great move. It's a great move. You're doing great. c4. Okay, now. How are we developing this knight? Oh, no. Daniel Abbott. You were doing so well. Your piece is already developed. Your piece is also looking at a square that's being attacked. It's defended twice, but still. This is done. Knight f6, dude. It's done. You got to develop your other pieces, man. One move is c5. Next best move is knight c6. Next best move, Stockfish, is knight bd7. Develop your knight. You say, yeah, but why is c5 good? What does Gotham Chess say? In the d4 openings, you very often want to push your c pawn before you develop your knight. He says that. d4, d5. That's why c4 and knight c3 would have been like a queen's gambit declined or something. Very, very common opening, guys. Yeah, it's okay, Daniel. Write it down. And after every game you play, look at the list. Did I claim my fair share of the center, develop my pieces, and castle? Because this move does not develop your pieces. Because your pieces aren't developed. You're like 3 moves away from being done. You got to bring a piece. You got to connect your rooks. And then you got to figure out where your rooks want to be to like start opening stuff up somehow. To do something. Look where your pawn breaks are and stuff. Yeah, so Daniel, it's okay. Develop a piece. He has a pretty good position. I hate this stuff when they get the knight in and they bring the next knight behind it. So if you take... But you're going to play f6. You're going to play f6. What does it say about this? This position is equal. And it's only plus 0.07. But I love the way you're having a plan. f6. Kick tips. Kick it. Okay. Best piece on the board. Best piece on the board. You got the best... Well, okay. Tied. These two are the best pieces on the board, Daniel. Why would you trade the best piece on the... Your best piece and one of the best pieces on the board for a knight that's back here, blocking his queen, not even playing chess, really? Why would you trade for it? Let him take... You can take back with the pawn. Develop a piece. Develop a piece. Develop a piece. That's what you should be doing. It's not even on Stockfish list, but I'm telling you. Develop a piece. You could literally play knight f2 here. And black is better. This is crazy. This is crazy. The sack was so good, white sacks the piece back. That's crazy. Develop, Daniel. Are you listening to myself? Does Weissendug? Yeah. Lois, did you not see Rhodes, the way he kept taking advantage of Eric's poorly planned Weissendugs, the in-between moves? He just moved a piece back, laughing. I think a little stroke making that move. Never, ever worry about making excuses for one move, dude. You're rated 700. We're learning. We're learning. You know what I'm saying? You make mistakes all the time. You make mistakes all the time. So do I. Yeah, don't worry about it. Take it, rather than trying to explain, why you made a mistake. Like had a little stroke. Doesn't do anything. As long as you understand what I'm telling you. Good piece, bad piece. You're not developed. Don't waste time doing this. Waste time doing this. You get it? Cool. brings the bishop. You take, takes. You're taking why? It's the best move. There's pawns being lost, I guess, with takes. He's threatening takes, pawn takes. Yeah, okay. Takes. You got rid of your bad bishop, though. So that's cool. Now, this knight is pretty good. But a bishop's better than a knight. And that's why Stockfish wants f6. Just kick it. Kick it. Another great move. Second best move, dude. What is it? Why won't you develop your pieces? Stockfish says just play knight bd7. Or, what's wrong with even this move? There could be some reason why Stockfish doesn't like it. We're low rated. We have to develop our pieces. We can't figure out why G5, G4 wins in 8 moves. You're not going to figure it out. It's a weird move. You have to go with common courtesy. Common courtesy. You don't know exactly how to treat a stranger when you meet them. But what do? You use your rules of thumb. Hello, how are you today? My name's Charlie. Well, you might offend them. Maybe in their country you don't put your hand out. Maybe that's a freaking crime in their country. Maybe it's a freaking an insult. But you don't know that. You go with what works almost all the time. You know what almost works almost all the time? Developing your pieces. Develop your pieces. Develop your freaking pieces, Dan. Takes. Good. You develop your piece. Okay? Good. F5. Creating a hole that can't really be destroyed with a knight and a whole bunch of stuff. Why do you feel the need to play F5? What if we developed our queen? Third best move is queen d7. You know what this does? This is what you should be doing at this point, especially at your rating. Because you have to learn first to develop your pieces. Then when you do that every single game you ever play, you develop your pieces in Castle. Every single game for 6 months. Then you can start trying to figure out, is there a better move than bringing my knight? You should just do that. You have to learn how to do it first. Then you learn how to break the rules. Queen d7, that's a great move. It's a great move. You can bring a rook. You can start shoving. You can start doing stuff. Develop. You got to develop. Oh boy, now queen d7. Ooh, it was just number 1 for a second. F5. Okay. Knight back. Rook. What does he threaten? Well, the rook came, so he's threatening to open the file. But this square is okay. Oh, wait. Takes. Pawn takes. Discovers an attack on this square. So this move actually makes a threat. See it, Daniel? C6. Stockfish saw the threat. Rook F7. Stockfish saw the threat. Takes. Right? Stockfish saw the threat with what's the last? Queen d7. Queen d7. Oh yeah, because you're gonna come here, I guess. You're just gonna take with the knight, and he can't kick it because you just take. The knight protects. But there's a threat. There's a threat there, and you didn't answer it. He doesn't play. Well, let's see what he plays. He takes. Okay, you're trying to block the bishop. Is that the best move? It's the third best move. You gotta just give up the pawn, develop the queen, let him have it. Let him have it. He might take with the rook. I would take with the rook. Why didn't you take with the rook? And then you have to chow. Does he not come? I would. Takes. Oh, this is hanging. Now it's just a cluster stock. The cluster stock fish of chess. But this makes a threat, man. Daniel, of opening the file. Okay, that's a good tactic. Blake, how you doing, man? I saw, and I'll try not to do that again. Yeah, yeah, Daniel, just if you want to get better at chess, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to think. You don't have to do anything. Just develop your pieces and castle. Or you developed enough pieces to castle, which I'm very proud of you. That was very good. But you left your knight sitting there. Okay. Now, Rhodes would find a really good in-between move here to win. But there's not. So very, very smart. You saved your piece. What does he threaten? You saved it. Love it. Takes. Good. I like that move. Is that best? And you know what Stockfish says? Like, do this, come back here, and then take the pawn, because that's my pawn. That's a walking dead man, this pawn. Can't defend that pawn. Hi, Charlie. Started playing chess about 600 or 700 rating. First time I've seen you. I'll stick around for a bit. Nicola, congratulations, man. 600-700 is good, dude. You're on your way up. That is pretty much the level of most of the games we're going to be looking at right now, Nicola. So you probably can learn a lot from it. Pinning. Yeah, I guess that's best. Good move. Yeah. Takes. Oh my god. Wins a pawn. Okay, Daniel. Queen d5, queen e4. White is better. White is winning because you just lose the piece. Yeah, tactics. Okay. One thing I didn't do, let me just do this real quick. Okay, you're playing 10-minute with a 5-second increment. Oh, this is from the tournament. Okay, let me look. Okay, use 2 minutes on that move. Here's the thing, Daniel. You want a 2-minute bonus in your game? Look. What does he threaten? Takes. I can take back either way. It's no threat. I'm going to develop a piece. That's how you find the Grandmaster move. At this stage of the game, you can make a Magnus Carlsen move. Because he develops his pieces. That's what they do. And a lot of times they don't because they're freaking being fancy as pants. You need to develop your pieces. That's why you shouldn't use 2 minutes moving the same piece twice. Because that move should never be in your... I can't move the same piece twice. I'm going to lose the game. I got to get my pieces. I got to develop. I'm going to lose. I got to develop. I got to connect my rooks. I got to move my queen. I got to move my rooks to squares where I can open files. And then I need to play some pawn breaks and open it up and activate my rooks. But you need to develop your pieces. And you spent 2 minutes. So we're talking about a little time management here. Now here, let's see what Payroll did. How long did it take to capture the piece back? $43 to $38. He spent 10 seconds. That's a long time. 10 seconds. This is what I was talking about. You take a piece. There's no checkmate. Nothing's hanging. Just take back. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't really that bad, though. I will say, Daniel, except for moving the same piece twice, wasting 2 minutes, I love your time management. Look at this. You're using your time at the end of the game all the way to where you lost. You played this blunder. You had 3 minutes, 23 seconds. You got a 5-second bonus, so you spent, what, like 13 seconds or something? 13 seconds to blunder your rook. But you have 3 minutes left for an endgame if you don't blunder. In a 10-minute game, killed it with the time management. I think you did very well with the time management. But you would have 2 more minutes on the clock right now. If you would have just developed your piece, be like, well, I can't move the knight. You spent a bunch of time thinking about how good that knight move was, right? Yeah, get it out of your head. Get it out of your head. All right. I was watching Ray Enigma and he never castled. I don't follow that, though. Sometimes Grandmasters don't castle. It happens. Big Dad not many new games though. That's okay, DBX. Was there some, I'm gonna copy this. Was there anyone else before DBX? Did Shalom's make it here? Shalom's! Zachary was been here a long time too. Zachary, do you have one? I think Zachary was here before DBX. Zachary, did you have one you want to look at or no? Yeah. No, here's the thing, Daniel. There's a million games of chess been played, probably more than that, of grandmasters not castling. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, you're learning how to play chess, and most of the time, they do castle. First, you have to learn to do this. Then, maybe you're fighting a southpaw. So there might be some technique they use. Whatever. You learn variations later. Start here. That's castling. Develop your pieces in castle. You left your knight on B8 too long, brother. Yeah. Good time. I love the way you're using your time, though, man. There are some chillers that don't use their time, and they play a 10-minute game, and when the game's over, they have 12 minutes. They're just playing speed chess. Yeah. Nicholas said, I struggle with finding checkmates from any position, so basically my mid-game, if at any point you have an opportunity to cover it, please do. I'd like to see how many people figure out when to move setups. Nicola, I would love to. I'll tell you this. What's happening here is, and I don't mean this to be a Master Race subscriber mode, but we do a monthly chess workshop on Facebook to my subscribers there. I tried to do it to Facebook and members here on YouTube. The members is the $5 a month membership to support the stream. And it wouldn't let me stream to Facebook today. So we're doing it openly here so everyone can see the workshop. We're all learning chess. We're all having fun. Nicola, if you're rated 700, you're making all the same mistakes. So if you can't become a subscriber, that's okay. Or a member on YouTube. But if you can, we could look at a game, but I'm not just trying to hustle $5. I'm just telling you, we keep the workshop. The workshop is supposed to be, only subscribers are supposed to be able to see this. But I couldn't go live to Facebook today for weird reasons on Facebook. And so you're so welcome to be here. We have the best chess community in the world. I stream chess on Facebook Monday through Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's Texas time. 3 p.m. on Facebook. Been doing it for over 4 years. We have a great community. All these people are there all the time. Come to Facebook. I should be live Monday for a freaking not for a workshop, for our normal chess stream. Yeah. So yeah, cool. Yeah. It's okay, Nicola. Again, I'm really not trying to hustle $5 out of you, man. I'm not. You have to give subscribers something. So I always give them a private chess stream once a month where we look at their games and we help each other get better. Today I couldn't do that. So we're doing it publicly here on YouTube, which is freaking awesome. Guys, I streamed freaking World of Warcraft last night, I think for 10.5 hours or something. That was cray-cray. It was the full overnight stream. Sun was coming up. It was freaking amazing. Okay, so did Zachary's not answering. I asked that quite a minute ago, so we are going to go to DBX, and if Zachary has one. Big Dad 61. Dude, I know you, brother. Yep, I remember your that's not you in the profile pic, is it? That's not you, is it? It looks like it's from a movie or something. If it is, you are a strappingly handsome dude. Little rugged. You know, the cigarette is not healthy, but it's still kind of... Is that a famous actor? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Yeah, and Nicola, I'll tell you right now, if you struggle with finding checkmates from any position, it's because you're still beginning, and you need to keep doing puzzles. And play slower games. 10 minutes too fast. Play 15-10. If every once in a while you come against a cheater, big deal. You played Stockfish, you didn't know it. That's a blessing too. You can... The only way I could ever stomach playing Stockfish is if I didn't know I was playing Stockfish. Chat cheated against me one time on April Fool's. One of our viewers played against me, and he used Stockfish, and he beat me. It was great. It was hilarious. And when we looked at the game, I played really good because I thought I was playing against my friend who was rated like a 900, and I was like 1700. You know what I'm saying? I played a really good game and lost. But I'm like, man, good game, dude. And we looked at it, and when they laughed at me and told me April Fools, and they told me it was a joke, which I'm glad he never got banned from chess.com. He did not. I don't want him to get banned. When he told me it was against Stockfish, I was like, that's actually an awesome thing to play against Stockfish when you don't know. So you want to play longer chess games. You'll get better. Do puzzles. And you'll see more checkmates. That's what puzzles are for. That's what puzzles are for. Keep smiling. You guys know the song, right? We got a 40-move win. Today we take care of all family business. You're playing a bot. I don't like bots. I'm going to take your win against a higher-rated opponent. Oh, these are November. These are February. I'm going to take your 40-move win against a lower-rated opponent because it's the newest game. All right, Big Dad. We got you, Big Dad. Yep, DBX is Big Dad. A lot of up and downs on the squiggler. It's quite the colorful squiggler. Take a look at this squiggler, guys. Up and down, up and down, up and down. That means someone made a bad move, someone didn't take advantage of it. Someone made a bad move, someone didn't take advantage of it. That's okay though. That's good. That's good. You're lower rated, man. Lower rated is awesome. You have the most opportunity to improve today, Big Dad 61, because you're the lowest rated game we've looked at so far. E4. I love the move. Bobby Fischer. You're playing like Bobby Fischer. And if you keep doing this, you'll keep playing like Bobby Fischer. Bobby Fischer. Bobby Fischer. Well, okay. Yeah, I bet Bobby plays this in this position too. Okay. What does he threaten? It's not, while not being a bad move, very often when someone develops a piece and attacks something, you got a couple ways to go. You could pin it, or you could develop a piece and defend it. See what I'm saying? Stockfish likes DE5 because you win a pawn. Look at this. Okay, so look at this move. Look at this move. Takes, I guess he plays, this is weird. Queen D5, hitting this, not letting the bishop out. Knight C5, Bishop G5, hitting the queen. This is just a crazy tactical scenario. I like your bishop move better than all those tactics, but Knight C3 is a pretty good move here too. That's all I'm saying. Okay, now, what does he threaten? And you'll get better, DBX. If you ask yourself every time, what does he threaten? You're rated 454, your rating will go up. You're not doing it. Or maybe you are, and you think it's okay to give up a pawn. It is not. It is not okay to give up a pawn for zero reason. That's why you would find this move. You say, well, you can attack my knight. No, it's okay. You just take it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. White is better. White is better. The check is cool, but when he plays this, I guess you didn't see that the knight was threatening the pawn. So now, by far, the best move is Bishop D3. You gotta protect the pawn. You can't give up a pawn. You can't. You're giving up part of your army, and your opponent's army is gonna be bigger and stronger. Okay. Queen check. You have one great saving grace. No! Cyronide, we're alive, man. That's me for my daughter's wedding. Dude, DBX. How long ago was that, man? You're cool. You look so cool, dude. He's so cool. He's got the freaking suit on. Guys, smoke a cigarette. Not healthy. Don't recommend it. It's a little scruffy. He's not looking at the camera. Who do you remind me of? Kind of like Mr. Mayhem. You guys know Mayhem from the commercials, the insurance commercials? He's always wearing a suit, and like then he gets in a car wreck and like he's all like beat up and stuff, and you know that guy I'm talking about, Mayhem from the commercials? You remind me of that guy. And that guy's cool as AF. You have one saving grace right here. It's a great move. What's the move, guys? He quit it 2 years ago. Very nice. Guys, this is a double attack. He checks and he's attacking this piece. There is a move, DBX, that you can play that solves both problems. It saves the bishop and it stops the check. And I think we're going to see another problem. I'm going to attack you right now. I'm going to attack Mayhem. Yeah, Cryonide knows it. And you know what, Cryonide? I love that you just said that. I love that you didn't say the move. I'm right. I'm saying the move. Maybe DBX is learning. And you didn't freaking spoil it. Cryonide, you're a smart guy. Freaking love that. It's called consideration, guys. Do you see the move DBX that stops the check and defends the bishop at the same time? Because if you just play queen d2, he takes a free piece. Now you're losing. Now at your level, you keep playing, your opponent's going to drop a piece too later because he's 300. We're trying to get out of this level. To get out of this level, you can't lose pieces. DBX sees it. Very good. And oh, there's a second one. There's a second one, DBX, if you can believe it. Look at this one. Stops the check. And defends the bishop. There's two moves. The thing I like about this one, it develops a piece. But it likes C3 better. Because he's taking, now there's pressure here, this is still attacked. Yeah, and then you're going to come here, and he's going to takes, bishop, defending. He does nothing, he just castles. Just castles. You're freaking fine. You're freaking fine. You're roll. Okay, so now DBX, here's where I'm going to attack you. I don't know what was going on in your life at the time. You have 15 minutes and 1 second. I'm guessing this is it looks to me like an increment game. 15 plus 10 increment. Was this from the tournament or something? You spent, well, you did okay. You spent 26 seconds to blunder your bishop. You did spend some time. I understand you're rated 400. You're coming up. You're going to have to do a few more puzzles. You have to say, what does he threaten? Well, I'm in check and he's threatening my bishop. How can I solve that problem? And you could spend a minute or two. You'd do better spending 2 minutes and saving the piece than you would to just be like, well, I guess I'm losing a piece. You might not even seen it. I'm not sure. But you use some time, so that's good. He takes. Great. Now, we're down a piece. All right. Let's freaking make lemonade, folks. We're down a piece. Black is winning. What do? The queen's in a weird spot. Make your king safe. The knight is going to come to this square with tempo on the queen. That's good. Bishop e7. It wants b3. Why doesn't it want this? What's wrong with this move? What's wrong with this move? It's excellent. Yeah. Attacking the queen. The queen moves. We got to do something with this bishop. Yeah, this bishop's blocked by the queen. You need, now, since you're losing, you need to get all your pieces active. And you need to attack, maybe attack his king. Or just wait for him to drop a piece because he's rated 300. Okay. You You play the best move. Oh, castles is best, but b3 is good. Second best move. Well, it said best now. Now you have c4, taking way more space and controlling El Centro. c4 is a great move here. Okay, developing a piece, I can't knock it. Get your pieces out. If you're going to do that, you might as well just put it here because it protects this, and this is going to open up. This move doesn't do so much. This is not really, this is a little more where the bishop goes. But you developed a piece. And you hung your queen. And your opponent didn't take it. DBX. I'm going to call you Mayhem. What does he threaten? He threatens your queen. There are 3 best moves. Queen E3, saving the queen. Queen C1, saving the queen. And Queen D1, saving the queen. I didn't see it. Because you didn't say what does he threaten. And what does he threaten means he just moved a piece. What new squares is that knight attacking since it moved? From here. What does he threaten? Oh my God, he's threatening my queen. I'm already down a piece. I gotta save my queen. Gotta save your queen. What does he threaten? Your rating will go up. Even if you don't do puzzles and you ask what does he threaten, your rating will go up. After every move. Okay, he didn't see it. Rip that knight. Oh, you take his queen? Oh, you didn't take your queen! There's no way! Guys, we could come back from this. Your opponent didn't ask, what does he threaten? I love this move. Now, he's attacking your queen. Please save it. Please save it. Hey, Queen E3, we're back in the game, DBX. I'm proud of you, brother. I threatened his queen back, I thought was okay. I see what you're saying. Is it the best move? No. The queen wants to move the queen. What, you know, and you know why Queen E3 is best too? It's because it attacks the knight, I guess. D5. Takes, now he can't castle. Opening up El Centro where the kings are here. You're going to want to get castled for sure. You did counterattack. That's right. You did counterattack. And I'll be honest, I wasn't even paying attention. So forgive me on that. That was me not paying attention. So you did counterattack. And that's good. And he didn't see it. So I was wrong. You counterattacked. Good move. We're back in the game, guys. D5 is best. Reasons why you shouldn't play D5 in this position. Because you're not castled. And just slightly worse is castling. I recommend castling. If you're rated 400 and you can castle and you're not losing a pawn or a piece or anything, it's probably the best move. It is your job in the opening, which we are late, very late in the opening. Neither of you guys have castled yet. To claim your fair share of the center, which you've done. Develop your pieces effectively, which you've done. And castle. Then, after you castle, FIDE Master David Bassett, professional chess player and teacher, taught us, specifically here, for the chess chillers, he taught us you're not done developing until you develop your rooks. Stockfish wants like b4. Okay, let's see what he does now. h5. Okay, now what do we do? Number one move, rook A to d1. You move your rooks to open files or files that you expect to open. Well, you say, how do you expect to open? Well, you could open this file guaranteed just by pushing this pawn and taking. And now your rook's on an open file. You could play rook here, and if that was your plan, you know, it's kind of, the square's kind of covered pretty good, but still. Then you could play c3 and open the file for your rook. This file, I'd expect this file to open. Putting a rook here looks at his king. Putting a rook here, this file, I expect to open. So that's why the best move is just rook e1. Just develop a piece. It wants d5. We're taking, we're opening him up. He's not good here. He's not good here. So, castling is good. There is a better move, d5, because you're going to castle in a minute, and this takes space. So it's a good move. b4, inaccuracy, what do it want? Oh, it wants to take. Because after takes, you could take here. Oh my god. Rook d8, look at this move. Queen takes a7, crushing. Okay. This kind of goes in line with what you did with the queen. He attacked your queen, right? And you counterattacked, and that was strong. Well, he attacked your bishop, but you're attacking his knight. And so it actually is better, because if you look in your mind, he has to move the rook. It's crushing. But still, this is fine. Okay, I'm going to say you're moving too fast. You're moving too fast. Your opponent is moving even faster. You are more than a fourth of the way done with the game. And you've used 10% of your time. You're like 30% done with the game, and you've used 10% of your time. Part of it was the opening. You're moving a little quick, is all I'm saying. Especially with no, actually, you're doing fine, dude. You're doing fine. I love castles. Thank you. Okay, now we develop our rooks, if we can. Okay, what's he threatening? Attack something. Defend it. It wants to counterattack with knight h4, number one move. It wants to take a pawn and attack the knight. This is a great move. Takes the pawn, attacks the knight. And queen d3, defending the pawn. But that's weird, though. Oh, no, because if he takes, we have this check, picking up the knight. So there's all kinds of stuff happening here. But what'd you do? Okay, you took the pawn, attacking. Very good, very good. He takes. Now he's on your bishop. Defending is good. Computer says win a pawn and take a piece. Now we're threatening another pawn. This is a check that could come, so we can't castle. Let's see what happened. Okay, defends. Rook back. Defending. I love that move. Okay, here we go. This for higher rated players. I say higher rated above DBX, but you can learn from this too, DBX. Big Dad. I say this, so I'm saying it again. Daniel Naroditsky learned from one of his coaches. Daniel Naroditsky is Danya. He's a grandmaster. If you don't watch his content, I highly recommend it. I watch it and learn from it all the time, and he brings it down to where you guys can, and you're learning from a grandmaster. He said, when there's an open file, and this is the only open file on the board. Open file means no pawns are on it. There can be if there's a knight here, well, it's kind of closed up. I don't even know if you call that open file or not. This is an open file. Okay. You must either control it or contest it. Right now, black is controlling it. Your rook is doing nothing. Contest it. Great move. Now they can have a standoff. They can sit there. And black could do something else. Because if takes, it's like we're playing chess. So he can spend the time to develop and hopefully to castle. He'll probably loses. Yeah, you got a good position, and that's a great move. He takes a free pawn. That's good. You're crushing. This is a blunder because bishops move backwards. Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna tear you up here, brother. Forgive me. 1232, 1226. You used 18 seconds to drop a rook because the bishops moving backwards can be tricky, but you need to look at the square you move a piece to, especially at your rating. You'll get way better at just doing it very naturally. But you have to build those muscles. And those muscles are looking at the square and seeing if it's safe to move there. And nothing can take that square except for this bishop. And bishops moving backwards is a very common mistake. So it happens. He doesn't take it. He didn't even see it. Now he's attacking. What does he threaten? He's threatening your rook. I'm bringing the other rook. I'm bringing the other rook, folks. What does he do? You bring it back. You know what? You're crushing. But it wants to maintain this pressure. Threaten to win a piece. That's a good move. His king's in trouble. You're up a queen for a piece. Just bring more pieces, man. What's wrong with this move? Take the 7th rank. And you're just playing chess. You're playing chess. This is a great idea when you do this because he can't move his bishop or you take his rook. So yeah, but moving back was okay, but it's time to move forward because you're winning. Okay? I love this move. I love this move. His rook is actually doing work. It's protecting the knight. It's on this file where the king is. Just take it, man. Oh, I like this move too. I'm cool with it. Oh, now you... what? Takes. That's good. Takes. Excellent. Okay. Queen back. You're using a little more time now. I love it. Okay. Okay, you're moving the queen around a whole bunch. How could we maybe improve our pieces? Well, first off, he's doing this and he's threatening to mess your king side up. You could take... oh no, you're winning a piece. What are we talking about here? You could just you could just win a free piece. It's a free knight. Yeah. Okay, so you didn't see it. So wow, when you played Queen E3, you weren't attacking the knight. I didn't even see it. But you didn't see it either. But you could have won a free piece there. And that's, again, tactics. You should do at least the daily puzzle, but you should do more puzzles. More puzzles, your rating will go up. Okay. Attacks. Oh, what does he threaten? He's threatening this rook. And you have this check, which is crushing. Mate in 4. But he's threatening a rook. That's 5 points. You can't just let him have 5 points for free. You took a pawn. Oh my God, he doesn't want it because he's rated 300. He doesn't realize 5 free chess.com piece points. Yeah, huge. You're still winning because his king's in trouble. And you have a queen and he doesn't. But he doesn't take it. Okay, here's one thing to remember for everybody. Some people have heard it, but they don't always apply it. When you're up material, like I have a queen for a knight. I have a queen for a knight. That's a winning advantage. You trade down. Because if you trade all the pieces off evenly, what's left? Your queen versus his knight, and then you win. It's confusing when there's a lot of pieces, because there's a lot of these are like little warriors that are out there running around, right? They don't even know they're losing. They're just fighting. Weird stuff can happen. But if you trade them all off, make them all go away, and wipe away all the malarkey, all that's left is this queen and this knight. Just trade. Just take it. Just play rook takes rook. You should be wanting to trade down when you're ahead in material. Okay? Again, look at this. Takes. Yeah, so these are just tactics that you're not I think you're not realizing how much you're crushing. There, good job. Good job. Now you have checkmate. One move. This is checkmate. Isn't that beautiful? It's okay, though. I don't expect you to see everything. Okay. Now the queen's coming for... Don't play this move. You got to come here and checkmate over here. Oh, my God. Look at the freaking rook. This rook. You might want to check here and then checkmate here. Oh, the bishop left, guys. Checkmate. Good job. Good game. You defeated your opponent. Good game. Lois says, great community, Charlie. It's nicer when not in the workshop. Tough love. Exactly. Yeah. That is so true, Lois. Okay. Earlier would have been Brent the night. Knight C3 earlier. I need to stop playing squirrel chess. Rating could be higher. Yeah, but DBX, you know what? I literally watched a video today about, it was by Grandmaster Ben Feingold. And he said, people say things, and what you kind of just said right there. I need to stop playing squirrel chess. My rating could be higher. It probably would be. But that doesn't really help you get better at chess. He said, people come to me and they say, I lost 5 games in a row and my rating went down and I'm really mad about it. He said, that doesn't help you get better at chess. Like, people have all these things to say about chess, and it's cool. I'm not attacking you for saying the squirrels, because I play better when I'm not drinking, right? But none of that stuff helps us get better at chess. It might make your rating go up, but it wouldn't make you better at chess. You know what I'm saying? Let's get better at chess. The journey. You want to improve. You want to get better at chess. That's the goal, guys. We did Daniel Abbott, and we just did Big Dad 61. Wait, no, we did Rhodes. Did we do Daniel? Yes, we did. So we've done Rhodes, Daniel, and Daniel was versus Payroll. So Payroll actually got a game in there too, and Rhodes was against freaking Eric Haddon, so you got a game in there too. Is there any other... Truth. You've been playing chess, brother. Guys, Truth's been around for a long time. He's a great supporter of the stream. Stagner, I love you, brother. I don't know what the deal. Yeah, he asked what was the deal a long time ago. I hope I answered it. Nathan Watson, got a lot of people been here for a long time. Truth has been around forever, but I think just more recently started getting a little bit more involved in chess. Great supporter of the stream, moderator. Trey, what's up, dude? You got a game you want to look at? Truth and Chill, are you here? I am going to walk over there. If you are a subscriber on Facebook or a member on YouTube, type your name exactly how it is on chess.com so I can copy and paste it. We'll look at one of your games right now. It's for members on YouTube or subscribers on Facebook. The monthly subscription thing. You guys know what it is. I'll be right back. Who's up next, folks? Who's up next? I'll play the next tourney and try and learn and improve DBX. DBX. What does he threaten? What does he threaten? Do that, your rating instantly goes up. And you're gonna have to do some puzzles, man. Dude, here's what I recommend. Go to puzzles and go to Puzzle Rush, but don't let the word rush scare you. And then you go to survival mode. Wait, let me move my face. I'll forget to put it there, guys, and I'll drive you guys nuts. Right here, survival mode at the bottom. You see it? It's the third one. Don't do 3 minute, 5 minute. You don't want to rush through this. You just want to make attacking moves. Matthew Fight, just subscribe. Thanks for the sub, dude. Thanks for the sub, man. On YouTube. Okay, so survival. There's no timer. There's no timer. Well, I'm actually on a streak right now. That's why it does a countdown 3, 2, 1, but there's no clock. Just relax. It's Black Smooth. Sit there, sit on your hands. This will 1,000,000% make your muscles stronger. It'll make you start taking free pieces your opponents are giving you. And your rating's going to go to 700 and they'll stop doing it so much. And then you're going to have to learn, you're going to have to get even better. It's so easy to get past 400. You can do it. You sit on your hands and say, well, it's a puzzle. How do you do puzzles? First thing you look for are checks. Then you look for captures. Then you look for threats in that order. Well, I see a check right here that's checkmate. So I'm going to play it. But look at it in your head first. Rook H5 is checkmate. Huh, okay. Bang. Your rating will go up. Checks. Well, I have a check here, but the queen can take. Rook takes. That loses a rook for a pawn. That's bad. Are there any other checks? Rook takes. Same result. Takes, 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 right? Are there any other checks? This knight is hanging with check. Look at it deeper. Queen takes knight, check. How does he get out of check? He has one move. He has to interpose his queen. Then you play queen takes queen, checkmate. And you just solved mate in 2. Just sit here and look at it. And you can use the cheat code for puzzles. Look for checks. If there's no, because a lot of times it's just checkmate in the easy puzzles. Look for checks. Look for captures. And then look for threats. Sometimes you threaten the opponent's queen or something. This is it, dude. That was it. It's over. Do 3 of these a day. But spend time on them. Sit on your hands. When I sit on my hands, because I sit on my hands, I don't put them on the buns, guys. I don't sit like this. I mean, I could, but people would be like, what's wrong with that guy? Don't be that guy. But if you take your hands and you put them under your legs, you physically are restraining yourself. When you play over-the-board tournament games, that's why you sit on your hands, so you're not doing this. Well, you can't touch the mouse. Just put your hands right there. That means I'm in analyze mode. I'm not moving. I don't want to move. I'm choosing the best move. You know what I'm saying? I see a check. Queen takes. I don't see it. White to move. Queen takes doesn't work. Queen takes pawn. King takes. I can do a knight check. Doesn't do anything. I see it. I see it. Okay. There's only one check. Queen takes pawn. But king takes. Queen takes. King takes. I could play a knight check. A knight cannot checkmate a king in a position like this. It happens in a smother mate, right? It's not going to happen. You're not going to mate him with your knight. You can't sack the queen. There's no queen. So you say, okay, well, there's no checks. Are there any threats? Well, what if you play knight h5, threatening checkmate? How does he defend it? Look at it with your brain. Knight h5, threatening checkmate on g7. Right? The only way to stop the checkmate is to play g6 or g5. And if he plays g6, then you can play knight f6 and fork his queen and his king. It's gonna be like, that's it. Okay, good. He plays it. Now you have check, winning the queen. He had another move too. He could play pawn to g5, but then you play queen takes check, king over, and queen g7 mate. So you need to do puzzles. This is a great place to do them. You can go to Puzzle Rush and you go to survival mode. And just, if you don't have a bunch of time a day, this is as much fun as playing a game. But you're getting better at chess. Trey says, I do. You have a game you want to go over, Trey? You want to fight on Puzzle Rush? You know what? Not really. Not really. I am a rook rating on either puzzles or lessons. Just need to keep up on it. Yes. And doing the puzzles on chess.com, guys. Guys, learn lessons. Let's check my lessons, guys. Where's the... Where's my... How do I find out where I flex it? It tells me how many lessons I've done, guys. Games, puzzles, lessons, 91, guys. But I can't click on... Can I click on lessons? I can't. I've done 91 of the lessons. I started at the very first lesson, guys. It's a little bit below my rating, but just to get through them. Bang, 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 bang. I come to the lessons. I do the lessons, guys. They're very helpful on chess.com doing the lessons. If we don't have any more, you need either to be a supporter on Facebook or a member here on YouTube to look at your game. I should be hustling saying, hey, yeah, I mean, if you want, you could sub on Facebook or become a member here on YouTube, and we'll look at your game right now. And I'm hustling $5, so you guys know me. It's like, I just feel weird about doing that. I shouldn't. You should subscribe. You should become a member here on YouTube to support the channel. And you should do it on Facebook for the same reason. There we go. No, I don't. I haven't played chess in a while. Just wanted to stop and lurk. Cool, Trey. Shalom made it! Shaloms! Shaloms, I was asking about you. And guys, see Shaloms below? See guys, green chat on YouTube? It's because he is a member on YouTube, guys. He is a member on YouTube. That's like being a sub on Facebook. Shaloms! Dude, I'm so glad you made it. The minute I started the stream, I'm like, did Shaloms make it? Is Shaloms here? Shaloms here. I was hoping Dom Nachi would make it, guys. Dom Nachi came in the gaming stream last night. He's been away from the community for a little while. He had some health things. He said it in chat, so I can repeat this. He had some health problems that are everything's good now. And so it was really good to see Dom Nachi, man. I freaking love him. I miss him. Shaloms, dude, I got you up, brother. Yeah. Here we go. Shaloms, you have been getting your butt handed to you. We are going to fine-tune what you're doing wrong, and if you change it, on the next game, I know what you're not doing, Shalom. I know what you're not doing. You're probably not using enough time for each move. You're probably not asking, what does he threaten? You're probably not claiming your fair share of the center, developing your pieces, and castling, and then developing your rooks. You're not doing that. If you did, you wouldn't have the losing streak. You can pick a game if you have one that you already know. Like, yeah, I want to look at this particular one. Otherwise, I can pick a good one. Like this one here looks pretty good. You played a lot of games today, man. What? Shallums, you're freaking... Shallums played today. Today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just today, Shallums has played 11 rapid games. Shallums, you're a beast. You're a beast. I bet you're moving too fast. That is... This happens all the time. It happens to everybody. It happens to me. And you know what? Sometimes you get all the greens. So that happens. But we can stop this right now. You may have gotten away from the basics, Shallums. You know the basics. You probably might need to get back to basics. I don't see... I mean, if you're starting to look at games, we don't have time for you to analyze every game and figure out which one you want. If you don't have one specifically ready, that's fine. I think this is a really good one to look at. It's the second to last game you played. And we will go here. Yeah, bad luck. Bad luck. No, it's not bad luck. It's not bad luck. That's what's great about chess. It's you, brother. And I'll show you why you're losing. You move same piece twice. It's not a good move. Let me get to Stockfish so I can prove that you probably shouldn't be doing that. Oh wait, I gotta flip. We gotta flip it, folks. We are looking from Shallums. Okay. This is all great. C6 is a move. It's a move. If you're playing it, there's certain systems that kind of go with C6, but computer like C5, G6 goes to develop this way, and then probably play C5 and open it up. That's a little higher level stuff. You should be developing pieces. This is a great move. And then you can maybe push for C4, or C5, I mean. If he does something like this, check it out. You play this. If he takes, you develop your bishop. And you traded a wing pawn for a center pawn. This is a wing pawn. There's only 4 center pawns, guys, when the game starts. Right? They're worth more than the pawns on the edge. So very often you'll play something like this. But there are 3 engine moves here. You know what they are? G6 to play bishop G7 and castle, which I expect you to know that. Well, how do I know not to do this? This is okay too. But the point is, it's developing this bishop. That's one move. Top move. You know what the next top move is? Developing a piece. You know what the next top move is? Developing a piece. Even though it blocks this bishop, at least you develop a piece. Those are your top moves. You don't move the same piece twice in the opening. Stop doing that, your rating goes up, and you'll stop losing games. It's a micro advantage. It's not going to win the game for you. The mentality will win the game for you, because your opponent's rated 495, and he's not going to claim his fair share of the center, develop his pieces, castle, and develop his rooks. He's not going to do that. Otherwise, it wouldn't be 495. So if you start doing that, your rating just goes up. Your tactics are as good as these guys because you wouldn't be rated like them. You guys are about the same rating. Shallums, if you take anything from today, I could end it right here and your rating would go up if you listen to me. And don't move the same piece twice until you're developed and all your pieces are developed and castled. But you're gonna learn more. Okay, takes, good. Okay, he's attacking my pawn. Now, do you let him take the pawn? Do you massively weaken your king side? Or maybe protect the pawn while developing a piece? Let's see what Stockfish says. Stockfish says LPDO. It said that. Are you scared, Charlie? Dude, I'm freaking horrified of you, brother. I can't hang with you with no puzzle rush, bro. I'll choke. LPDO. Does anyone know what LPDO means? You were trying to trade pieces. Okay, Shallum. I love that you said that. But It is your job in the opening to claim your fair share of the center. Develop your pieces effectively and castle. Yasser said it. I saw him say it on a stream. Then when I met him in person, he said it to me again. And I said, I will take this back to my chillers. He did not say it is your job in the opening to trade pieces. You have one job. I'm telling you guys, quit playing chess. Quit playing chess. Develop your pieces, claim your fair share of the center, which this is what you're doing when you play D5. E6, bishop E7, castles. Develop your pieces somehow. Get them developed. You're a little cramped. It's okay. You played C6. It's not the end of the world. Quit playing chess in the first 8 moves. Your job is not to come up with, it's not to grow a brain. It's to get your knights out, your bishops out, pawns in the center, and castle your king. If you do that, you're like an army that mobilized. Hey guys, get mobilized. All right, well, they start cleaning their guns. They put their backpacks on. They get out, they sit in the truck. The other side, the army's still sleeping. Who has an advantage? The mobilized one. We haven't even started fighting yet. We're already winning. That's the truth. I've never even said it like that. You haven't even started fighting yet, and you're already winning. If you develop your pieces, claim the fair share of the center, develop your pieces effectively, and castle. Now, as your rating's going to go up, and you're going to start playing better players, they're going to start doing the same thing. You know why? Because they're rated 1,000. And they know they should probably do that. It's not that far away, Shallows. I understand what you said. I love that you said that. But I want you to know, wanting to trade pieces in this position is you're growing a brain. The Grandmasters already solved it for us. They already solved it. Yasser Seirawan told us your job in the opening. That's your job. Not to trade pieces, not to keep his bishop from coming here because you don't like pins, not to, bring the queen here so he can't move his bishop, which is actually an idea sometimes. Not to pin the knight. Claim your fair share of the center. Develop your pieces effectively in castle. I'm bringing this directly from Yasser's mouth. I saw it in a video, but then he told me in real life. And I told him I'm going to bring this to you guys. He's like, that's what you do. In the opening, that's your job. If you do it, your rating goes up. Yeah. Shalom, you got this, man. And I love that you said you were trying to trade pieces. I get it. Huge mistake. You don't want to trade pieces in this position. You want to claim your fair share of the center, develop your pieces effectively, and castle. I can't say it enough times. Okay. He's attacking a pawn. F5 is not good. Because, oh yeah, what did I say here, guys? You know what Stockfish says the best move is? LPDO. You're like, my Stockfish never said that. Some Grandmaster said it a long time ago, and all the top Grandmasters, they all know it. Everyone knows what it means, LPDO. You know what it means? Loose pieces drop off. Well, your pieces are all every piece on the board is protected except for this. But this knight's not protected. There's a move. Check. If I do that in a tournament game, in a 4-hour game, my opponent resigns. My opponent resigns sometimes before I play the queen check. Because he knows I'm going to see it. But it's like when you're 1900 USCF You paid money to join the tournament. You have 4 hours for the game. So he might wait for me to do this, and then he'll just resign and be like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to play a whole game down a full piece. This is hilarious. Because he would sit there for 4 hours feeling like a loser, miserably trying to get something going. And you know what I'm going to do? Very horrifyingly, I'm going to freaking develop. I'm going to develop my freaking pieces. Get the bishop out, and I'm going to castle. And I'm going to develop my pieces. And I'm up a piece. And then I'm going to trade down. And I'm going to win. Pretty much every time. Pretty much every time. Enough to where it's not worth it for the guy to waste 4 hours of his life to wait for the 1 in 30 times where I'm going to lose. You know what I'm saying? This is not a good move because it weakens your king. It makes it check. It's just not a good move. Queen d5 defends the pawn. Because if you ask, what does he threaten? You got to ask every time, what does he threaten? Well, he's threatening to win my pawn. I immediately saw this move. I didn't even see the check. Because people don't usually drop a piece on move 3, right? But this guy did. So I'm looking at the pawn. So the check is best. Defending the pawn with the queen is good. Defending the pawn with the bishop is good. He's threatening your pawn. You saw the threat. That's awesome. There's 2 other ways. Well, there's 1 way to win a piece, and then 2 other ways to defend the pawn that do not weaken your king. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gotta play e6. Takes. Look at the king. Look at the squares. Could be in a little bit of trouble. So yeah, f5. F5. Ben Feingold says, never play f6. It's the same idea about you don't want to play a 5 if you don't have to this early in the opening. It just weakens your king. It's just you develop a piece. Develop a piece. Or if you see the shot, take the free piece. So f5, but it's not horrible. It's dude. It's a blessing. You're rating. It's a blessing that you saw that the pawn was hanging. That's good. Now we're gonna learn. Oh, okay. It's better to develop a piece and defend the pawn rather than to weaken my king and defend the pawn. Right? Okay? Pretty simple. You can learn that. Okay. Good. Love it. It's a move. It's a blunder because you allow queen check. Because you weaken the king because you played f5. This knight is unprotected. There's no big threats. What do you need to play here? E6. Yeah. Now everything's a pawn move because everything's so messed up. But this is a blunder because of the queen check. He didn't see it. Queen check. King d7. You don't even have to move the knight yet because it's pinned. Knight f7 with the forky dorky. Now you say, but he pins. Queen e8. You can't take the rook because the queen's hanging. I know, but then he says check. King d8, and then you probably move the queen. Yeah, he just does this. Develops. Okay. So you're playing chess. He got a beautiful knight that can't be kicked with the pawn, by the way. And the reason why this is a blunder is because you played f5. If you don't play f5, if you play here, and he does something like this, then you can play this move. You can kick the knight now because there's no check. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't weaken your king. So that's why. Doesn't mean never play f5, but there's queens on the board. He's got a knight in a good position. Maybe don't weaken your king. Oh my God! Look at the time control. You're playing a 30-minute game? Shallums, I'm so proud of you. It's a bad habit I got to quit doing. What was the bad habit? Moving the same piece twice? It's very easy to do. You never do it again. It is your job in the opening. How many times do I have to say it? I'm telling you what to do. I didn't make it up. Grandmaster Yasuo says it. He said it directly to me to tell you guys. That's all you have to do. And the reason why you say when you're going to make a move in the first 10 moves, ask yourself, does it claim my fair share of the center? Does it develop my pieces effectively? And does it castle? And if it doesn't, it might not be a good move. Your rating will go up. Your rating will go up. And you'll learn how to develop. You'll develop that good habit. Then, as you start getting better, you start growing a brain and thinking, I'm going to move a pawn without developing a piece. And it could be the right. You'll learn. You'll learn when to break the rules. First, you got to learn how to break. You got to learn the rules. Then you learn how to break them. Daniel says, I would offer a draw. Yeah. So, okay. So let me see. Okay, the bishop comes, hits the rook. What does he threaten? I like this. What does he threaten? Challenge. You lock it up. Okay. The check comes. You're moving the queen all over the place. Someone was doing this earlier. One of the other games. The queen moved. He could have took the knight. It was DBX, right? And then he put his queen over here. He's like moving his queen all over the place. You have to look at this position and say, what if I play queen check? All you are doing by playing queen check, you have to look at it and say, what can he answer? Oh, he could just develop his piece. Here's the thing. In this position, it's your move. You could develop a piece. I mean, it's a tough position and Stockfish doesn't like anything, but let's say you do this so you can get this bishop out. Okay? This bishop is blocked forever. It's just bad. It's because it's just the situation. But you should be trying to get your pieces out somehow. But you have to look and say, in this position, it's your move. But after here, you develop his bishop. You come back here. Now it's his move. You moved your queen, but you moved his bishop. You helped him develop his bishop to the only square it could go to. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you spent a move. Okay, because watch. Here. That's what happened, right? And it's his move. Now it's his move in this position. But if you just developed your queen, maybe so you could figure out maybe at a castle or something, and he goes here, same position, but it's your move. A whole free move. It's insane how many free moves people give away with stuff like that. It's the same position, but it's your move. So just look and say queen a5 check. It's a check. What does it do? Well, he played bishop d2. I just got to move my queen. Is there a way I can, maybe just figure out a way to start developing my pieces? Maybe bishop here and bishop back. Bishop here, bishop back. Maybe try and get rid of this knight. Maybe queen to this square so I can play this move. Bring the bishop here then, so the bishop can get out. Try and figure out a way to untangle, because your position is kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky, but the check for no reason is not good. I'm so proud of you playing 30-minute games. Almost nobody plays 30-minute games here, dude. You're doing great. We're about a third of the way done with the chess game. If you figure games go about 40 moves, usually it's shorter, but about 40 moves can be average-ish. And you have we're about a third of the game done, and you've only used less than 10% of your time. Kind of like the last game. You could use a little more time. You're moving the queen, you're not developing your pieces. Well, Your opponent left a free knight, but this is still a horrible move. It's still a horrible move because he just puts his knight on a better. You chase this knight to a better square. It's not horrible, but it doesn't develop. You got to get these pieces off of their starting squares. You can't castle this way anymore because you move the rook. You got to castle. You can castle over here. Totally castle over here. Connect your rooks and play chess. But he gave it to you. Good job. Very, very tactically astute. You ripped it. You're winning. -3. Okay. This blocks this bishop. I literally think... Yeah, computer just says bishop d7. Probably in castles. I don't see a bunch of castling coming up. But you got to see that this really kind of entombs this bishop. You might be able to do something here, but I don't know. The queen's there. Okay. I guess this probably might not be a bad move. It loses a pawn. What's he threatening? He's threatening to take and attack your queen. It says take. You know what I like? Bishop d6. That's the third best stockfish move. You know why? It is your job in the opening to claim your fair share of the center, develop your pieces, and castle. This doesn't do that. You have to develop your pieces. Your opponent box scored actually. He dropped a knight. He developed his pieces and castled. And the game is going to go easier for him. Because his army is already in the truck with their guns cleaned and their freaking backpacks on. And you're sleeping, dude. You're sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Your queen is out. It's just going to get chased around. He could have just took that pawn for free. Chasing the queen. That's a great move. You love to see it. It's good for you. Horrible for him. Takes. Okay. The pawns are coming. Takes. I like this move. Good move. Trade queens. Your king is kind of in trouble. And you're up a piece. Trading down is smart. When you're winning material, you're up a piece. Takes. Check. King f7 is a blunder. Because pawn check. King up. Bishop check. King up. Rook check is mate. Yeah, it's mate in 3. I see check. Only move. Check. Only move. Mate. Let's see if it's there. This was better. And understand, if you would have castled a long time ago before moving knights and pawns, your king would never be in trouble. He saw it. He literally saw that. Your opponent played very well. Yeah, 60% accuracy by him. He did really good at the end to see that. To hunt the king like that. You were trying to hit his queen. When? When you played this move. Shallams, I love that you told me that. It's so smart. Thank you. Just like you said at the beginning, you were trying to trade pieces. That's awesome. But it is your job in the opening to claim your fair share of the center, develop your pieces effectively, and castle. It has nothing to do with trading pieces. It has nothing to do with trading pieces. We're going to war. Bang. We got the call. We're going to war. We got to get ready. We got to mobilize. We're going to watch Netflix for an hour. And then we're going to mobilize. You're like, what if the other army doesn't do that? Well, we might be at a serious disadvantage. That's your job in the opening. So it was awesome that you told me you were trying to trade pieces, because that's, as Stagner would say, fake news. You're looking at the wrong thing. In the opening, you got to develop and castle, not trade pieces. Okay, so you learn that. Stop growing a brain. The brain is already it's already been thought out for us. And then you said you were trying to hit his queen. You wanted to push, and then maybe he won't see it, and maybe you can win a queen. Plus, in actual chess terms, you're actually taking space too. But your house is on fire, and you're scooping ice cream. What's the first thing to do when your house is on fire? The most important thing. Be sure everyone's safe. Get everyone out of the house. Right? Okay, if the fire's small, maybe you go ahead and put it out yourself if you can. These pieces have not moved from their starting positions. In this position, you still need to be thinking, oh my God, I gotta get my pieces off the back rank and castle. I gotta get off the back rank and castle. I gotta develop these pieces in castle. You're thinking about the wrong thing. If you, and I'll tell you something, developing, claiming your fair share of the center, developing your pieces effectively, and castling, it's not just like totally easy to do. So you need to focus on that so we can learn how to do that. But you still haven't developed your pieces. Play chess, man. Develop your pieces. If he takes, great. Just take back. Save the queen. Now you have a bishop playing chess. Your bishop plays chess. He doesn't have a check. You just play this. If he takes this, that's awesome. I want a castle. This is great. Bishop d7 was the best move. You know why? Castling, connecting the rooks. His rooks can play chess right now. This rook doesn't even play. He may as well not even exist at this school. So, Shalom, thank you so much for giving me insight at those 2 times. But and I can explain to you why it's just not good. Because it doesn't develop in castle. I wanted to trade. I understand that. You were wrong. Grandmasters know. I didn't make this up. I'm just passing it on, dude. And then later on, you said I was trying to hit his queen. You're thinking way too hard. You're not allowed to think. You're not allowed to think right here. Right here, the only thing you got to stay focused on the task at hand. And at the beginning of the game, it's develop your pieces, castle. And you haven't done that yet. You're skipping the whole first phase. You're not pouring the foundation of concrete to build your house. At the beginning, and it can be really fun developing and castling. Because you try and do it. You try and do it sneaky. You try and do it. If your opponent makes a bad move, you could develop a piece attacking his queen, and that piece came there for free. Then he has to waste a move with his queen to save his queen. Then you bring another piece. Now you're up a whole move, developing and castling, and now you have more army in the fight. Just saying develop and castle, you can't just do it effectively. That's a whole muscle you have to learn. You have to learn how to do. But you're not even trying if you keep moving the same piece twice. And you will not develop your pieces. You got to develop your pieces. Your rating will go up. I promise you. I'm sorry when I get passionate, guys. I want you to learn so bad. I wish I was like, I don't know what. Nicolette says, I like that question. What was the question? Charlie, in this game, how would you decide which side to castle? Lois, at what point? In this position, I can't castle kingside because the rook moved. In this position, if I could get castle kingside, I would do it because it's faster. The problem is, he played f5. and there's a lot of problems. In this position, 1,000,000% I would castle kingside, and I'll tell you why. Because you played c6 already. And that weakens this diagonal. And after you castle queenside, this is already compromised. 1,000,000%. Oh yeah, he has to move the knight d2. You know what's funny? It's f5 here is not so bad. Because there's no knight over here. Now if queen check, you just play g6. Bishop g7. I played it before Stockfish did. f3. Takes. It doesn't want to castle quite yet because of this. Because bishop c4. But in this type of position here, you want to, I mean, you could just let him have the pawn. Or you can play bishop f5, protect a pawn. And let's say he develops. Just play e6, bishop e7, and castles. This is 1,000,000% castle kingside because he already played c6, weakening the queen side, which is not, it's not a horrible move. Shalom's to go back one more move. Here, what does he threaten? He threatens a pawn that's already protected, right? The knights come to these squares. Playing this, it's like you defended a pawn that was already protected twice. It's only attacked once. Just play e6. Develop. Castle. And Grandmaster's Castle, what is the percentage, guys? Is it 88%? What? Man, guys, it's so funny that ChatGPT isn't just weird and AI, but it will give you your answer way easier than Google will. What percentage do Grandmasters castle kingside? 80 to 90% kingside. Queenside castling happens much less frequently, often around 10 to 20%, and is usually seen in specific openings, like the Sicilian defense Najdorf Dragon, right? Which is what I play as white, and I castle queenside very often. 80 to 90% castles kingside lowest. If you castled kingside for the rest of your chess career, you would be right 80 to 90% of the time. Which just tells you, just castle kingside. Castle kingside. We can learn later. You want examples of when not to castle kingside? I could give you ideas, I could give you examples, but you don't need to grow a brain. You just castle kingside, and you're right. Yeah. Yep. If you're feeling the vibe, like, follow, comment, subscribe. I was defending so knight couldn't intrude. Shalom's. Okay, Shalom. You're so smart for telling me this. Dude. Shalom, please listen to me. Yes, if you play this move, the knight cannot come here. You successfully kept his knight from coming in. But that doesn't matter. It is your job in the opening to claim your fair share of the center, develop your pieces effectively, and castle. What does that do? Well, it goes where the knight wants to go, for starters. Second, it doesn't claim any of the center. It does reinforce d5, but it doesn't develop any pieces or castle. Right here, that reinforces the center. It opens up a diagonal for a bishop who has 3 cool squares to choose from, and then you can castle. Yes, this keeps the knight from coming here. What if The knight came here. What's it doing? I'm like, cool. I'm in a castle. What's it doing? That's why they don't say in the opening it's your job to keep the knights from coming in. Because it doesn't do anything. It's not a real threat. Your house is on fire and you're freaking scooping ice cream. Your house is on fire. Right now, you should be if you want to win, you should be horrified. Because none of your pieces are developed. You're not castled. You should be horrified. You're going to lose. Well, I haven't even moved yet. Okay, well, then freaking develop and castle. Great. You should be horrified. Because your pieces aren't developed. And you're going to lose the game. I have to castle. I have to castle. I have to castle. I have to develop my pieces. You could even, like I said, this is a great idea here too. C5 is the grandmaster, it's stockfish move. Because now if takes, you develop. It's a cool move. But, dude, not even C5. Just bishop B7 is the second best move. You know what the third best move is? B6. Because the bishop sucks right here, right? He's blocked. B6 is a developing move. It helps promote this, and it gives this bishop 2 squares to move to. I love that you said that. I was trying to hit his queen. I was defending so the knight can't come in. Shalom, that's awesome. You're thinking all wrong in the opening. You don't keep people's knights from coming in. The knight's not doing anything. It's so much more important to develop your pieces and castle. Do that and your rating will go up. Then after all that, and you get all your pieces developed, you get castled, you develop your rooks to files that are open or that you think might open, find a safe spot for your queen so the rooks can see each other, then push the pawn and don't let his knight in. You're restricting his pieces. Could be a good move in that position. It might be. It's not a good move. Developing your pieces of castling is way more important. All right, Shalom? Dude, I hope you listen to this. I hope you're playing so much chess, Shalom. You're playing so much chess and you're playing 30-minute. It means you freaking love playing. It means you care by playing 30-minute, not just going, next game, next game, next game, next. I love it. You're so close. Rewatch this again. Get it in your brain. And play a game of chess and develop your pieces of castle. Yeah. Guys, thank you for being here so much. I had a freaking blast. Good workshop, guys. Well, we started a little late, right? We still went over 2 hours. Usually I try and keep them at 2 because I can start feeling my throat start to hurt. I talk way more and way more passionately in the workshops. And I'm sorry if I'm like, but I don't even get like that, but I'm telling you. It's literally like you keep asking me if water's wet, and I say yes. And then you say, is water wet? And I say yes. Is water wet? I say yes. Is water wet? I say yes. Yes. It is your job in the opening. Claim your fair share of the center. Develop your pieces and castle. You say, what do you mean by fair share of the center? It means like this. You put a pawn in the middle. Well, so did I. That's fair. 50-50. Here we go. Cool. 50-50. Cool. I'm going to develop because I got a castle or I'm going to lose. I got to develop because I'm going to castle or I'm going to lose. Bang. That's your fair share of the center. And then you will find out where this knight's going to go. Like I said, in queen pawn openings, very often you push this pawn. Like, watch. You push this pawn, and you put the knight. But that's just higher level stuff from what I'm trying to teach someone who's rated 500. That's it. Lasker, the longest running world champion ever, said in the opening 1 or 2 pawn moves, no more. 1 or 2? Can I even do that? Not completely, but you could do something like this. I'm castled, and I made 1 pawn move. The position here is plus 0.18. The position here is plus 0.35. White is better here than he was in the position I just showed you. I made 1 pawn move. It's because I brought pieces out and castled. You have to complete that process first before you do anything else. If they're going to take your knight, you got to save your knight. You can't give a knight for free. You might have to move the knight away. They're going to win a pawn. You might have to protect it. You might have to move the pawn away. You have to do something. You don't want to lose pawns or pieces while you are claiming your fair share of the center, developing pieces effectively, and castling. And as soon as if they do something silly and they attack your knight, save the knight. Don't lose it. And then you get right back to developing your pieces and castling. That's your goal until you're done. That's your goal until you're done, and then you get to goof around and play chess. If you want to get better. If you want to get better. Shalom, I love you, dude. I love you. I feel like I might have been the hardest on you out of everybody, but dude, you're so poised, Shalom. You're playing a lot of chess. You're playing 30-minute chess, and you're doing something that is so easy to fix. It's so easy to fix. I want you to do well. I want you to do well, Shalom. You've been such a great supporter of the stream, and I know you want to get better at chess. And so it's like, I hope you listen to what Yasser Seirawan told us. And Feeding Master David Bassett. Rhodes, I love you, dude. Thank you, man. Great games today in the workshop. Daniel Abbott, Nicola, thanks for being here. My friend wanted to play 5-minute games, and it felt so mindless. 5-minute can be a lot of fun, Nicola. It can be a lot of fun, but I don't recommend it when you're learning how to play chess. It's a little quick. It's a little quick. Change cam. Why? What's wrong with the cam? Oh, I can take the cold off, guys, because it's not cold today. I took a shower, guys. My hair looks a little bit weird. I think I'm going to go get some dinner, guys. Change cam. Why? I love that. Change cam. I'm like, okay, but it's like, why? Freaking love you guys. Thanks for being here, man. Yeah, I work from here sometimes too. Enjoy dinner. I will. I'm ready to go. All I gotta do is throw some shoes on, and I'm ready to go. So I'm gonna make a phone call and go get some dinner. Freaking love you guys. Thank you guys. We will get the Facebook thing resolved. But thank you guys for following me over here and doing our workshop here today. Welcome to all the YouTube people who checked it out. It was cool. I freaking love you guys. Catch you guys